Okay, so today we are going to start with the CSS. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. Stands for Cascading Style Sheets. So CSS is a style sheet language. Is a style sheet language. Language used for describing the look and feel of the HTML document. Describing the look and feel of HTML document. Okay. So by using CSS, we can define the layout of HTML documents. So using CSS, we can define layout of HTML documents. For example, we can change text color and background colors or background images and font styles. Okay, font styles and positions, HTML positions. Okay, so by using HTML, so we can do all these things, and also many other things we can do by using CSS. So here we can apply CSS in two ways: by using external style sheets, first one, and the second one is so the CSS styles are stored in CSS .css files, okay, with extension .css, and syntax for CSS. You have to use a style element, ending tag, starting tag, ending tag. Okay, to insert CSS properties in our HTML document. Okay, CSS properties are always ends with semicolon, and the declaration groups are surrounded by curly braces, and the declaration groups are surrounded by curly braces. Okay, curly braces. Okay, so we have to use style attribute style element to insert CSS properties in your HTML document, or to call CSS.css files in your HTML document. So there are three ways to write CSS properties in our HTML document. Okay, there are three ways of inserting styles in HTML document. Okay, first one is external style sheets. And the second one is internal style sheets. Third one is inline styles. Okay, so these are the three ways to insert CSS in your HTML document. First of all, briefly explanation of external style sheets. First one is external style sheets. So this is a ideal external style sheets sheet is ideal when the style is applied to many pages. Applied to many pages. Suppose if you wanted to change page background for suppose if you want to change page background, you can change background color or background image in .css file, so it will reflect entire application. If you wanted to change page background, so you can change in .css file to reflect entire application. Just modify .css file so it will reflect to the entire application. So with the external style sheets, you can change the look of your entire website. With the external style sheet, style sheet, so you can change look and feel of entire application. Entire application. So if you wanted to call external style sheet in HTML document, so use link tag to use .css external style sheet in HTML document. Okay, so link tag to use .css external style sheet in HTML document. So link tag and href attribute, and in href attribute, so we have to provide path of .css file, and rel attribute, relation attribute, style sheet, and end tag. Okay, so this is the way to call external style sheet in HTML document. So must and should we have to call this. So we have to call .css files in header section only. Okay, header section only. Okay, in real time also machine should call .css files in header section only. JavaScript files call in body tag. Okay, for sample example by using external style sheets. Here I am using Visual Studio for editor. Okay, here is your classes folder. Okay, CSS. Okay, in CSS folder, so we can add one HTML document. External style sheet, style example. So in Visual Studio, so this is the basic tags. Okay, so already created by default. So you can insert one paragraph or one div element. In this paragraph, so we can display this content. Okay, so if you run this example, just only paragraph is displaying. Okay, without any look and feel. Okay, just paragraph is displaying. So I want to apply text color and background color for paragraph. So here I'm adding another file, style sheet. Okay, here in Visual Studio already there is a templates. mystyles.css. Okay, save CSS files with the .css extension. If you use Notepad, save this Notepad with the .css. mystyles.css. Okay, so master should save CSS external files with the .css extension. So here for paragraph, background color red color and the text color white. Okay, so now we have to call this mystyles.css file in HTML documents to apply this CSS properties to the paragraph. So in header section, so we have to use a link element and href attribute, and this is the path of CSS file, and relation attribute style sheet, and you can use one more attribute type equal to text CSS. Okay, so in HTML5 it is removed, but we can use. So now we can run this example. Okay, see here, paragraph background color and text color is applied, red color and white color. Okay, so background color red and text color white. So like this, we need to use external style sheets in our HTML document. If you have multiple CSS files, so you can call this multiple CSS files in HTML document in header section only. Okay, so use link element to call multiple CSS files. And the second type is internal style sheets. Second one is internal style sheets. So these internal style sheets are used to these internal style sheets are used to when a single page when a single page has a unique styles, has a unique styles. Okay, so in your application, if you want to apply different styles for any form, so you can use internal styles. Okay, internal style sheets needs to put it in the header section of the HTML page. Internal style sheets needs to put in the header section of HTML document. Okay, so by using style tag, okay, so if you want to apply separate styles for any form, so you can use internal styles by using style tag. So an example, so in external style sheets, so we can call this .css file in body section also, but in real time you have to call this CSS files in header section only, because application performance is very good if you call CSS files in header section. Okay, and machine should call JavaScript files in header section in the ending of body. HTML document, internal style sheets, internal style example. Okay, so here, so I want to apply different style for paragraph. So here, this is the content for paragraph. Okay, so this is the content of paragraph. So I want to apply CSS styles to the paragraph. In header section only, use style tag and paragraph. Paragraph background color. Background color is blue or dark blue, and color. Okay, text color. Text color is white. Okay, if you run this example, paragraph background color is dark blue and text color is white. Okay, so this is external style sheet and this is internal style sheet. So these are the two ways to apply CSS styles in HTML document. So internal styles are used to when a single page has a unique styles. And the next one is inline styles. Inline styles. Third one is inline styles. So if you have a small piece of code, if you have small piece of code code to be styled, then we can use inline styles. Okay, okay, to use inline styles, so you have to use style attribute. You have to use style attribute attribute in the relevant tag. Okay, so for every element have style attribute. Okay, use style attribute to apply inline styles. Example for inline styles. Style example. Okay, for example, so I have one div element and another paragraph also. Okay, in div element some content is there, so this is the content in div element to display. Okay, and the paragraph content is, this is the paragraph content, just for example to display paragraphs in document. So I want to apply different styles for these two elements by using inline styles. So here for every element has style attribute. By using style attribute, so we can use CSS properties, background color, okay, orange and text color, white, and width for div tag 200 pixels and height 200 pixels. Okay, so these are the inline styles for div element. For paragraph, you can use style tag and just text color. Text color is, okay, brown. So run this example. Okay, so this is the div styles and this is the paragraph styles. So you can see these styles by clicking on inspect. Okay, div inline styles. Okay, element dot style, background color orange and color text color is white, width to 200 pixel, height to 200 pixels. Okay, so div tag is displaying like this, and for paragraph only text color is brown. Okay, CSS property. So if you run this external style sheet, go to inspect element, and here the styles is my styles.css file is there. Okay, in .css file there is a CSS properties. In inline styles there is no CSS file, directly we applied only for elements by using style attribute. Okay, so these are the three ways to apply CSS properties in HTML document, CSS styles to the HTML document. And the next one is, another important concept is CSS selectors. Yes, selectors in CSS. Okay, these selectors are used to apply CSS properties to the HTML element. Selectors are used to apply CSS styles to the HTML elements. Okay, here three selectors is there. Most important is three selectors. First one is element selector. Second one is ID selector. Third one is class selector. Okay, so these are the three ways to apply styles to the HTML elements. So first one is element selector. So element selector selects elements based on the element name. Select the element selector selects elements based on the element name. Okay, so for example, so already here one example is there. Okay, internal style sheets. So in internal style sheets we have written CSS properties for the paragraph. Okay, by using element name. Okay, so this is the paragraph. So by using element name we have written CSS properties, background color and CSS text color. Okay, so directly we are using we used paragraph name, okay, element name, to apply the CSS styles to the this paragraph. So if we have another element like div, sample div content, okay, so directly we can use div tag and color is, okay, text color is orange. So directly by using element name, so we can apply CSS properties. CSS properties. So if you have multiple paragraphs, if you have multiple same elements, if you want to same styles to the multiple elements, so just we can use element selector, paragraph, sample paragraph. Okay, so in HTML document, if multiple elements, so if you want to apply same CSS to the multiple paragraphs, okay, just we can use element selector. Okay, by using element name you can apply same styles to the paragraphs or div elements. So you run this example. Now these two paragraphs are applied, background color is blue and text color is white, because here we used paragraph element selector. So here one paragraph and second paragraph. So these styles are applied to multiple paragraphs in HTML document. And this is the div element styles. Text color is orange. Okay, orange. And next one is ID selector. So this ID selector selects elements based on the uh, ID of the selected element. The ID selector selects elements based on element ID. Okay, based on the element ID. So if you want to apply different styles for same multiple paragraphs, so you can use ID selector to apply different styles to different paragraphs. Okay, if you want to apply same styles to the multiple paragraphs, so you can use element selector to apply same styles to the multiple paragraphs. So if you want to apply different styles for multiple paragraphs, so just you can use ID selector to apply different styles for multiple paragraphs. So here we can do one example. ID selector. So here two paragraphs. First paragraph content is, so this is the first paragraph content, and the second paragraph content is, okay, this is the second paragraph content. So now I want to apply different styles for these two paragraphs. So by using style tag, and here we need to provide ID attribute for these two paragraphs. ID p1, ID p2. Okay, two paragraphs p1 and p2. So now we can apply different styles for different two paragraphs. Here we have to use hash to ID selector p1. Okay, so if you use ID selector, use hash symbol to find out the ID of the HTML element in CSS. And background color is, okay, medium blue, and the text color is white. Okay, so and second paragraph, use hash symbol and p2 background color. Okay, dark, and text color white. Okay, here two paragraphs with the different styles. Okay, see this first paragraph, background color blue and text color is white. Second paragraph, dark background color and white color text. So if you want to apply same styles to these two paragraphs, just we can use only element selector, background color red, and the text color white. So these two paragraphs are same styles. Okay, background color red and text color is white. Okay, if you want to apply same styles to the multiple paragraphs, so just you can use only element selector. If you want to apply different styles for different paragraphs, use id selector. Okay, id selector. So now different styles are applied. And next, third one is class selector. So class selector also same as id selector. Same as id selector. id selector. So we can apply different styles for same elements by using. So we have to use class attribute to provide css styles. Okay, css styles to the html document. So we have to use class attribute of relevant to html tag to provide the css styles to the html document. So both are same, but class selector is a little bit faster than id selector. Okay, so that in real time machine should use class selector. Okay, so maximum use class selector to apply css styles to the html elements. So class selector is little bit faster than id selector. So both are same, so we can apply different styles for same same different elements, but this is faster than id selector. Class selector. For class selector example, so here I have div tag. In this div tag there is some content. Okay, some content and another div tag and another some content is there. Okay, so I want to apply two different styles for different these two paragraphs. So now we have to use class selector. Okay, class attribute div1. So this is the class name of css. Okay, and class equal to div2. Okay, two classes is created defined here. So we have to implement these two classes in style tag. If we use class selector, use dot symbol to provide css properties. Okay, for id selector use hash symbol. For class selector use dot and followed by class name. For id selector use hash symbol and followed by id of the element. For class selector dot symbol followed by class name. And the height of the div tag 300 pixels and width of div tag 300 pixels. and background color is okay, dark, and border 2 pixel border and solid, okay, red color border. And for second div, dot div 2, height of the div 2 200 pixels, and width of div second div same 200 pixels, and background color is blue, okay, so our dot blue, and text color is white, and border is 2 pixel border and solid style, and okay, so blue color border or red color border. So here text color is white. Okay, so these two different divs and two different CSS classes. Okay, this is called CSS class. So run this example. Okay, two different paragraphs and with two different CSS styles. Okay, first div background color dark and height width 300 and border and text color is white, and second div is dodger blue background color and text color is white, okay, and the border is red color border and 2 pixel width border width, and height and width of second div 200. We go to inspect and you can see these CSS styles here. Okay, so you can write CSS styles here also, like padding, okay, 10 pixel. Okay, so you can write CSS styles, and you can write CSS properties here, and you can test here how it is. So you can copy this CSS property and paste here. Okay, and refresh this. Same CSS properties applied here. And for div 2, 200 pixel height, 200 pixel width, and background color, text color, and border color. Okay, so these are the three selectors to apply CSS properties to the HTML elements.